There is no failed state in the world. But anyway, that's the imagination of theorists. Mathematicians, they wanted to create a model for failed state. They failed. They want to make it look nicer because it's very easy and compelling and convincing to say, what is a failed state? Everybody would say, Noam Chomsky calls United States a failed state. So you can take it from wherever you want. But what would a person like myself, just a small person, individual, only one individual, do in a country completely fractured like Somalia? That's very difficult. So I decided to go in my first mission to go and enter that field. It's a minefield. It's a minefield, literally minefield. It's not something that we just call just as a word. Okay. So when I went to Mogadishu. Mogadishu, the capital. It's a nice city, but it was completely demolished. Mogadishu was divided between warlords. Each place, like here, where we are here in the city, Fiddira, could be controlled by one warlord. So let's imagine if Kuwait becomes Somalia, who would control this area? And then they have their own checkpoints, they take taxes, and then you go to Shueikh, and then you find another warlord. And then you go to Slaybi Khat, and you will see another warlord, and so on and so forth. It was very difficult, but I had to meet with everybody. I was planning to talk about war crimes. Can you imagine? I was out of my mind. But anyway, I spoke about it. I met with some warlords. One who was the former Minister of Defense, who was charged by people, especially in an area north of Somalia. It's called Somaliland. Somaliland, the capital is Hargeisa. And that country is now, since 1991, claiming independence. Nobody recognized Somaliland yet. I attended a celebration where people celebrating what? Celebrating the first number plate on a car. Cars driving there without plates. So they think that this was an achievement. In Hargeisa, there were about 3 traffic lights. And when we pass, we see people standing there in their cars, maybe 2 or 3 cars, longer than usual. So I asked why. They said because they want to enjoy normal life. They want to see that they have a traffic light. So they want to stand there even for 5 minutes more. They don't mind. Something like that. I can tell you a lot about things, but I thought, what would I do? What can I do? Otherwise, I would just resign and say, thank you very much, Mr. Secretary General. Thank you for your generosity. By the way, this is a mandate, a job that is done voluntarily, so I don't get paid for it. So if I say goodbye, I'm not really losing much. Huh? So when I went around, I said, no, there is a need for someone to come with an understanding of how to help. Maybe I can help. Let me try it for a couple of years. It is dangerous? Yes, it is dangerous. Well, the more dangerous it is, I found, was the more satisfying to me. Satisfaction is incredible. When you go to help people you don't know and you are not paid for. I don't know how it came to me that I can be much happier continuing this job regardless of what I get. back, rewards, not in the business sense. In business sense, it's in nickels and dimes. You have to calculate how much you get, then you decide whether you are successful or not. But in this type of job, no. It's your satisfaction. We pay a lot of money to get satisfaction and happiness. So maybe this was something that you don't pay much for. You are helped by the UN, logistics, small logistics. They help me in my travel. I have a couple of assistants with me, but nothing else. Huh? But the amount of satisfaction, but I wanted to add to the satisfaction achievements. Then I decided that I have to do something on the ground. And every year I made it. Every year I decided that I will not solve the problem of Somalia. It's much bigger than myself. I am much smaller, an individual, but I can help. Every year I go to Somalia from 2001 till 2008, and I can tell you details. We have limited time here. Thousands of people will benefit of my mission. Thousands, and I tell you with numbers, I know. Projects and after projects. And I can get, easily I get people out of prison. Hundreds of people I got them out of prison. They will never be able to get out of prison. Thank you. I'll tell you one thing that you will be surprised. In our movements inside Somalia, we don't use cars because the UN is not allowing anybody representing the UN to drive in cars because there are so many landmines. So we use only planes. And the planes, very small planes. They, you know, the distance that could be cut in 1 hour and a half from Nairobi to places like Garowe, Bosaso, Johar, Galkayo, whatever. Takes sometimes 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. No, that takes us about 6 hours. Once we were in an airstrip, supposedly airport, and the pilot asked us to get off the plane before takeoff. So we said, what's the problem? He said, okay, just get out. And when we get out, we found the wheels of the tires or the wheels of the airplane sunk in the sand. So he asked us to push the plane, which we did. And we pushed the plane, but it was one of these funny stories. Not all the stories in Somalia is funny, but we have about 300,000 Somalis live in internally displaced people's camps. And I make sure to visit these camps. These camps are out of human touch. Every time I go, I decide to go to these camps just to remind myself how selfish the world is. And when I leave and just try to bring back flash memory, I say that, do we live in the same world? Unfortunately, yes, we live in the same world. And there is no way that we can make this world safer and stable and prosperous without caring about how to get equality in action. Otherwise, we will continue having wars and problems and wars and problems and financial crisis after financial crisis. Without equality, there is no stability. Thank you very much.
Mr. Ghanim Alnajjar, thank you. That's a very noble job that you are doing out there. Thank you so much. I present to you. That's an honor that he did not that I present to you this.